My name is Kevin Ray, and you're listening to Truckers and Others. Welcome to Monday. We're working. We're working today. Okay? Things are happening. And don't let nobody tell you things ain't happening, because things are happening. Man, had a good Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I had a good time. I hope you did too. That phone cord is not gonna fucking reach. God, help me. Alright, it's fine. I have a full battery right now anyways. So this truck that I'm in, I don't know, some of them have the phone holders mounted right here in the center of the dash, and I prefer that. This one has a windshield mount. Yeah, I can move the windshield mount, but then it'll be fucking way up in the top. It has to be over here on the side. That's the closest that it can be to me. I don't know. I don't like it. I wish it was on the fucking dash, but it's not. Father's Day was good. Oh, man. So, I don't know. I got off of work on Friday. Well, not Friday. I got off on Saturday at 1:30 is the time that they called it quits out there on that project we were working on. So, that was nice. Went home and basically went straight to bed, I believe. I don't think I did much. I think I went straight to bed and woke up on Saturday. What the hell did we do on Saturday? I don't know. But I bought my kids some squirt guns. I think that was on Friday during the day before I went to work. We were outside playing. They wanted to play with the water, All right. That's kind of like going down a big slider, jumping off a bridge. It's like, you just got to do it. Gotta be like, okay, we'll play with water. You just got to, and be okay with everything that happens after that point. Not that I try to keep my kids from playing with the water. It's just like, oh, all right, I'll go down there. We got to find all the toys. I got to find the plug for the little water table. Everybody wants a squirt gun that works, and not all of them work. My son splashes my daughter right in the face. She's crying. The deck is a piece of shit. So the deck I knew was a piece of shit, but it's gotten bad, man. It's getting worse. I'm gonna actually have to go out there and do some major repair work to the staircase. The rest of it should be fine. When I went through, I don't know, before winter, I think. I don't know when it was, but I went through and I put put screws in a lot of boards. A lot of things were loose, and it actually, just doing that, stiffened it up quite a bit. That doesn't sound good. The deck is not in great shape, so I need to go out there and work on it. One of the stair pieces, not the stair treads, but the piece that goes underneath the stairs, one of the corners snapped off. So one of the stairs is like, it looks fine, and then you step on it, and then you're like, oh! And it's right in the middle. Better to be at the middle than at the fucking top, that's for sure. But not good at all, is what it is. So I need to go out there, and I think I'm just gonna get an 8-inch board and stick it in there sideways on the next stair, and it's not going to look proper, but it'll work for a little while until I can replace the entire staircase. That's what needs to happen. I need to go out and get the treated boards and all that shit, and then I got to paint. It'll be fine. It's not that big of a project. Just doing stairs, they build it for you, basically. It's just a plug and play type of setup. But anyways, we were out there playing, and yeah, like I said, the squirt guns, half of them are broke, and the other ones that do work aren't very good. I said, you know what? Let's go. And I piled the kids in the car, told the wife I'm leaving. We're out of here. Where are you going? We're going to Menards. Because every time I go to Menards, not that I go that often, but when I do go to Menards, they put the toys right there next to checkout. And it's like, I want to go in there and look, but I know I'm going to come out with something I shouldn't have. So this time, that's the only fucking place we went. Me and the kids went in there. Let's look for cool stuff for water outside. They have a ton of different, not a ton, but they do have a variety of squirt guns. A lot of them use those ore beads, or I don't even know if they're ore beads, but they're little bead shooters, little water-soaked bead things. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. I don't want, whenever we run out of beads, which we're going to run out of beads quickly, I don't want to have to come back up to the store and get another, package of beads. Don't want to do that. So, went to the other side of the aisle, and luckily over there they had like the regular traditional squirt guns. I was trying to get my son to get the big one, but he's like, I can't pull the trigger. I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, and then we found one that he could pull the trigger on, but I had my eye on this other one. It was, so the ones with the beads, I think they are electric. But I saw this other one, it said it was electric water gun. It didn't say anything about beads on it. So I just went ahead and grabbed it and read about it on the backside. And I said, all right. He's like, are you getting one? I was like, yep. I was like, okay. He didn't think it was that cool. It was in a box. It looked cool in the box. But he wanted to be able to hold it and everything. And I'm like, no, we have to buy it first. And so I bought an electric squirt gun. My son got like a pump one, which it's not it. That thing was it was broken before we bought it. I don't know. It does not work very well at all. It makes noise, not noise, but it squirts. But it's mainly a little bit of water with air. I don't know. It doesn't work very well. And then what did my daughter get? So she wanted a bucket. There's like a bucket, a variety bucket thing. It had a bucket, shovels, a bunch of little cheap toys in it. So I let her get that. Tell you what, this fucking water gun is badass. The one I got it home, unplugged it, unpackaged it, plugged it in, charged it up, and not for very long. And then went out and freaking tore up my children. Okay, this thing is awesome. I let my son have it, and he's just having a blast because you pull the trigger. And it shoots it's like a fully automatic water gun. It just choo. But it's not a solid stream. It shoots like little bursts. It's so cool. I'm so glad I bought it. I hope it lasts for a while. I don't think it will, but I'm gonna try to make it last for a while. And then of course I had to go to work. All the fun was over. Change my fucking soaking wet underwear and get in my car and get on out of there. Work was okay. So there's I don't know if I mentioned this, but there's a hobo lady, one of the better looking hobos you're going to see, running around in a bra and panties and a bathrobe. She came out from under the bridge and she was like harassing my other workers that we had out there, with the guys I went out there to kind of meet up with and switch out with. I roll up and she's out there just dancing in front of their truck. I'm like, what is going on over here? How much did you guys give her? They're like, we didn't give her anything. I'm like, what? No, you paid something. She ain't doing that for free. She's hoping to get a tip out of you guys. So I don't know. And then she ran back up under the bridge. Once she saw me coming down the road, she took off. She hightailed it. So that's interesting. Didn't get a good look. I know what she was wearing though. I could see that much. Probably probably pretty dirty and disease ridden. So that's not a viable option for anybody. Maybe it is. Maybe that's your thing. I don't know. If you're under the bridge, also go for it. But if you're not under the bridge, leave the hot bridge lady to the horny bridge dudes. I don't know. Not that. I don't know. Let them consensually work it out. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, I never saw her again. We were just working, and I don't know. We had a good time. I'm pretty sure. Now I'm not sure about this, but I have a theory. Let's just say that I'm not sure about anything, but I have a theory that on one of those I was out there and they were digging. They're digging a new hole. They had a big hole, like a 5-foot hole. They went about 32 feet down. And they were done with that one. They poured concrete in that. They were done. And then they were working on a small hole. It's about a 2-foot hole, maybe a foot and a half. I'm not sure. Did not measure. Didn't get out. Didn't go look. But it's a very small hole compared to the other one. And it was right next to the big one. And I'm pretty sure when they got about 20 feet down, when they were pulling the drill bit out, the gray liquid that was coming out of there, I don't know. It could have been concrete, could have just been something else. I don't know. I think something got real fucked up down there, and that's not good. Because that would mean that the big hole had a burst through, which that shouldn't be the case because it's steel lined. They put a big piece of pipe. They drill it, and then they shove a piece of pipe in there to kind of shore it up or whatever, and then they fill the steel pipe with concrete. So that shouldn't be the case, but I don't know. It could be that the concrete broke through to the other side. I don't know. Not sure. But I think what they do is they like measure out to where the bedrock is, and then they drill down to the bedrock, and then they stop. But I'm also not a driller, and I did not talk to these guys, so I'm not sure about anything. But it seems like that's what they do. They drill down, they get a lot of dirt, mud, clay, and then eventually they start hitting like a nice rock patch. Oh no. Oh no. Car crash. Car crash. Right there. Not good. Looks like a Chevy's A-arm gave way, or tie rod, I don't know. And they stopped, and then somebody came in behind and hit them. That's what it looks like. Them '08 Chevys, you gotta watch them. They're rusty as fuck. Just because it's an '08 doesn't mean it's gonna be okay. Because an '08 to me is still like a new truck. But that is not a new truck. That is an old, rusty piece of shit by now. A lot of those 2008 and up, not in up, but that body style and up. I think it's actually 2007 that where they started it. Whatever they did, they fucked up because those trucks are rusted fucking out. Did they not learn with the 90s Chevys? Because the square bodies, yeah, they're rusty, but they're fucking over 30 years old. And the 90s Chevys, they tried that galvanized thing. Paint does not stick to it, and the galvanized did not last. But it helped a little bit, and then they stopped doing that, and then they just started doing straight steel, and then those rusted out pretty bad. Some of them did, it's a truck. It goes out on a job site. It pushes a plow. When trucks were mainly used for fucking doing work, that's what the 90s Chevy was. And I don't think they were built okay. I like them. I still love them. I love the way they look. I love how everything about them, really. The torsion bar front suspension is a little fucked up, but whatever. Go ahead. I mean, it works. I haven't heard of anybody having an issue with the torsion bar other than like lifting it. Like if they're trying to lift it, then they got to do the torsion bar extension, or they crank up the keys and they put it under more stress. But I've never heard of anybody breaking a torsion bar. It's really a smart, like a cool, interesting way to do suspension, which I owned two of those Chevys before I really even understood what the fuck the torsion bar did. It twists. It's a twisty thing. Twist it, and it fucking works. Because I remember I was out looking at my truck one day, and I'm like, how the fuck is the front end up in the air? I got these bars. I don't know. I guess I thought they were traction bars, or I don't know, trailing arms. But I don't know. I was like, I don't understand how this truck is up in the fucking air. And then that's when, luckily I was in a group of rednecks that knew fucking shit. And they were able to kind of, they're like, no, it twists. It's like a twisted, it's got a tensile strength. I don't fucking know. A bunch of fucking complicated words coming out of a redneck. I didn't even want to believe them. I had to look at it for a long time and like draw a picture. I'm like, what the fuck? How is this even working? How is the front end not fucking slammed? How do people put a lift kit on these? Anyways, all right, enough with the rusty trucks for now. Sunday, we woke up. I didn't do a fucking thing. I just laid around. The wife bought donuts, which was awesome. Let me sleep in till like 9 o'clock, which was cool because I was still working on my night schedule. It was still fucking me up. Luckily, it was the weekend and I got time to kind of catch up on it. Did not help because I woke up late as fuck today. But on Sunday, I woke up, we hung out, and then around 2 o'clock, we got up and ready to go. Just kind of lounge around until then. It was kind of nice. It's nice to just hang out. Around 2, we got up and went over to my mom's house. Oh, no, Saturday. I'm sorry. Let me start with Saturday. We went out to my uncle's house, had a great time out there. He has a screened in, it's not really even a screened in, but it's like a big covered porch that's like 1.5 levels above the ground. It's a huge deck. He used to have a hammock out there. He took that down, but and a futon and all that stuff. It was a cool fucking place. And I shit you not, like just with all the doors and windows shut to the house and an open air system, just with a couple of fans, it was like 20 degrees cooler on the deck than it was off the deck. And it was completely open. There was nothing but fans up there, and it was really nice. Like, it was so comfortable. But you go out into the sun, you're like, I'm melting. But I constantly was going up and down the stairs. Kids were jumping on trampoline. That looked a little sketchy, but whatever. And brought the squirt guns. We were having fun shooting people with the squirt guns. We had a little pool set up out on the deck, which was kind of cool. The kids loved to just jump in there and play in that. And we had some pizza. My uncle from Colorado came into town. He's not out here all that often. He's well off. He's got a couple of homes that he rents out in Breckenridge, which is so cool. And we were able to go on a vacation out there, and he let us stay out there for free, which was awesome. It was a whole family trip. He has 2 houses that are next door to each other, and then he has a condo that's a couple blocks away down in downtown Breckenridge. Historical sites, pretty cool. Anyways, he was in town. We just hung out, had a good time. Nobody got hurt. Everybody left happy. It's cool. And then, yeah, I should have went out and worked on the truck that night, but I didn't. Then Sunday, should have worked on the truck, but I didn't. Went over to my mom's house, had Jack Stack barbecue. It's a chain. It's big, it's corporate. Well, it's not really even corporate, but it's a big chain. They have a bunch of stores now. But dude, that barbecue is so fucking good. Got me a crown rib for Father's Day. That was the best piece of meat you could ever have. And I didn't eat really any of the other stuff. I just ate a bunch of meat. And that's when I decided from that point on, I'm going to stay away from bread, chips, cereal. Try to stop putting so much sugar and shit. Like, try not to do sugar. I'm still going to have sugar. But quit adding it to my coffee. Quit eating cookies at night. Quit doing stuff like that. It's dumb. So last night, I went over to my buddy's house. He had a couple of AC bottles for me to help me fix my AC in my car. Grabbed those from him, hung out with him for a while, and then I went back to my house, and then once he was done with dinner, I told him to come on over and help me mess with the truck if he wanted to, and luckily he did. So he came on over. We were working on he was like, what do you want to work on? I was like, I'd like to get the passenger side power window working. That's what I want to do. Did we do that? Kind of. We eliminated the possibility that the window motor is bad. Found a little battery out of a Power Wheels. Hooked it up to it because everything is covered in fucking black electrical tape. So every wire in this truck has been gone through by somebody that, I don't know, it looked like they cared a little bit. They cared a little bit to put power windows and get them hooked up, but they don't work. I don't know what's going on. The driver one works, which is cool. So I don't know if it's the switch that's bad. Could be a couple of different things, but we got the power window to go up and down by cutting. Well, we didn't cut the wires; they were already cut. They were just twisted together in some electrical tape. But we got the passenger side window to go up and down. Not a whole lot, but it did go up and down. So I need to figure out a new switch for the door. And I'm thinking about, because those switches, I don't like the feel of those switches anyways. I don't know what switches the 70s models had on them. Pretty sure these doors are from an 80s. But I don't like the switches. They're weird. I guess they last, but I don't know. The connection on the backside, both me and him could not figure out how to get the connector off. So I think I'm just going to cut the wires and put in a different switch. I'm going to order some two-way momentary switches or whatever. I don't know. He told me what they were called, but I'm not good with electrical shit. But get a couple of just regular old switches to power the windows and the locks and stuff, just so I can eliminate that as a problem. They'll be easier to connect and disconnect. I can find some little connectors or whatever and get it wired up. And that's really about all we did. I tried tracing some of the wires. Yeah, it's a fucking mess, dude. It's a straight up mess. I need to redo a lot of the wiring, and it's going to be more of a project what I'd like to lead on. But I did mess with the truck, which was cool. And then I go inside and I spend my time sitting around, not doing shit, because I'm still kind of on that schedule where I just stay up late. Not a good idea. But I was texting my buddy from high school. Hadn't talked to him in a long time. He texted me Happy Father's Day. And then I got into talking to him over text. So I hadn't even told him about my truck yet. I hadn't talked to this dude in a while. So I was talking to him about the trucks that I got, because he's always interested in the vehicles I got. And then I'm always interested in the vehicles he's got. He wrecks everything. Not a good deal, but he loves cars. Now he's got a Chevy Cruze, just like me, which is kind of interesting. But I'm glad he has a Chevy Cruze because that keeps him tame. He ain't racing around in a tan on tan, non-tinted window Chevy Cruze. He ain't out there hooning around with that. But he's had multiple vehicles. He had an S10, a lowered S10. It was a 4-cylinder, but it was a 5-speed. It was cool. It was a cool truck. It had his cowl scoop. It had the exhaust work done, so even though for a 4-cylinder, it sounded okay. Not really, but he wrecked that. That was the first one he wrecked. Wrecked that at the gym. He had that truck for years. He wrecked it at the gym. And that's when the downfall started. Because then he went out and got himself a Challenger. Dodge Challenger RT 396, whatever the fuck. I don't know. And wrecked that. He might have been under the influence of something. I'm not sure. Wrecked that. He needed a new car. I told him about my uncle. It makes full circle a little bit. My uncle had a Subaru WRX STI, fully built. He was actually de-building it a little bit. He wanted to put on the stock suspension because it sat higher. And my uncle, he races. He like, I'm not even trying to make a joke or anything here. He actually goes to the Heartland Park quite often out in Topeka and races, tracks his cars and stuff. He had a Cadillac, he had a Celica, which the Celica, he didn't like that. That was a bad idea. Oh no, there's a big fire up ahead. Then he got this Subaru from some kid, but it was well built, so he bought it. Man, there's a big fire up ahead. What is going on up here? It's like right up here too. Everybody's stopping. Here comes the police. All right. Yeah, that's a big old fire up there. Black smoke and everything. Looks like it happened pretty recently. There's a cop already up there. There's another cop about to be flying up the on-ramp right now. I just gotta keep my eyes open and make sure the traffic doesn't come to a fucking standstill too soon. Luckily, I'm unloaded. Yeah, so he had the Subaru. At one point, I'm getting them all mixed up, but he had the Subaru that was fully built, and he just had the engine redone, new turbos, new turbo kit put on, and it was a fast fucking car. I'm not kidding. The thing was fast as fuck. I only rode in it once before my uncle sold it, and then I never rode in it with my buddy. Which could be a good thing, because he fucking completely creamed that thing in a construction zone. He was trying to make a pass where he shouldn't have. Are they moving the fire to the middle of the road? I don't understand. Yep, that's a car fire. Luckily, I'm upwind of it. Hopefully the fucking tire doesn't explode next to me. That'd be fucking crazy. Luckily the traffic's going by. I don't really want to be stuck. That thing is on fire. That is a car fire. There's a family walking up to it. What is that car? It's called I forget what it's called. I'll have to look it up. It's like not a rendezvous. It's a Buick. It's the Buick big SUV. The big SUV from Buick. Fucking on fire. The whole thing was completely on fire. So, and he creamed that fucking Subaru. He had an Audi S7, I believe. That's what I've always been saying. It was an S7, and I try to look it up. I always forget what the S7 actually is. He was apparently going about over 100 miles an hour. Could have been 150. I'm not sure, because I mean the Audis, they'll do it, and wasn't able to take the corner on the highway, and went down into the ditch, spun it around, and then drugged the passenger side ass in first along the fucking crash cable. And then he had another car for a little while, and I think it blew up, but it was like a Sebring. It was like not a fancy car or nothing, not a race car. It was kind of fancy on the inside, but he got rid of that. Now he has a Cruise. But I was talking to him last night, and he's like, "Yeah, once I get my Camaro finished, we can go cruising." I'm like, "What Camaro are you talking about?" And this is where there's a buddy of ours, that a rich guy, or from a very well-off family. We would always go out to his house. His dad was cool as fuck. His mom was cool as shit. His sister, some of our friends dated his sister. He was cool. Just, I don't know. I don't know what happened with him. He got into a little bit of the drugs. Not that has anything to do with what he's in jail for right now. Because he went to, I don't know, something happened with his dog. He had a dog. There was an altercation with an ex-police officer, which is a neighbor of his. Something bad went down between the both of them. And now he's serving 10 or 15 years. I'm not sure. And that happened 7 years ago. So the trial that he's been in has been going on for like 7 years. So, yeah, that's not good. I did not know that, because his dad passed away, and he inherited his dad's cars. Well, and the Camaro was his. The Camaro was fully built, but he never put money into it. He never did anything with it. It's not fully built. It's got a 350, a mild-built 350, and it's a rust-free Camaro shell that he's had for a long fucking time. It's been sitting in his family's garage or whatever, just waiting to be painted and put back together. And then his dad had a Chevelle that his dad, really went all in on the Chevelle. They take it to car shows, and that's the last time I saw our buddy that went to jail. He was at the World of Wheels. I took my son up there, and I saw him and his dad's car fucking sitting there winning awards. It was awesome. He did seem a little strung out, but he was fine to talk to. I don't know. He seemed worn out, is what it was. And I don't think it could have been from a drug issue. I don't know, but it just looked like this guy has been put through the ringer, and he's just trying to enjoy a car show with his dad's Chevelle, fully built, dark blue on some big fucking chrome Kragers. I don't know what they are. And yeah, it's a nice fucking car. He doesn't do anything. He didn't change anything about it. He just leaves it the way it is. Has it trailered everywhere. because he's afraid to wreck it. But yeah, now he's in jail. I don't know. And he sold the buddy I was talking to last night. He sold him the Camaro before he went to jail. So now my buddy is working on that. And he was sending me pictures and stuff about it last night, talking about it. I'm like, dude, that thing's fucking sick. What? You should have let me know when you first got it. Come over and I can help you tinker on some stuff. The one thing that I realized, and it was my truck, and it's not anything special. It's just that negative battery cable. Everybody puts it on the alternator bracket on the very top, and it looks ugly just sitting up there. I don't like it. And the truck I have, the negative battery cable comes off of the intake or the exhaust manifold over there. I'm about to put on some headers at some point in time. I'm gonna get a set of headers and put them on. But and then it's got a ground from that, and it's a clean look. So I might try to go over there and help him work on that and clean that up a little bit, and help him put the rest of the car together. Right now, it's got the front bumper on, but it doesn't have any of the lights or inserts or anything. It's just basically a shell. There's no door panels on. There's no carpet. He's got seats in there. He's got his dash, and he sent me a picture of his dash. It's got the 5-inch gauges for the speedometer and the tach, and then it's got the smaller 2-inch gauges for all the other stuff. And I was like, dude, those fucking 5-inch gauges you have on there are fucking $400 a piece, because I've been looking for a set, and I guess I could find a used set probably, and I wouldn't pay that much. But I'm looking for a GPS gauge. And I found a whole set. It's gonna be like $300 for everything I need off of Amazon, and hopefully the Amazon will work. But yeah, he's got a Camaro. What year is it? It's got the plastic front bumper. What is that? 78? 79? I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. Some of them have that kind of style. They have the solid front bumper. They have the split front bumper, and then his is the newer one, which it could be an 80s. Actually, it's just got the plastic front bumper on it, which is still cool. And the taillights, I like those taillight. I don't know. I like all those taillights really. The what is it? The 72 Camaro's got the circle taillights, and then the later 70s has like a kind of like a triangle shape, I guess, taillights. And then his whatever his model is has the solid plastic ones along the back. It looks pretty cool. I like them all. Yeah, pretty cool. And then I stayed up until fucking 3 a.m. was the last time I looked at the clock, and I said, I have to go to sleep, hon. Because my wife woke up and we were in there just talking back and forth about all kinds of stuff. So I tried to go to sleep, and then I set a bunch of alarms. I set 6 alarms, and I fucking slept through every single one of them. And she wakes me up at 6:15. I'm supposed to be at work at 6:30. So that means I got to get up at 5:30 to have half an hour to get ready, and then a half hour to drive to work. And I woke up at 6:15, 45 minutes fucking late. Could not. I was like, God damn it. And I ran and tried to get everything going. And I decided, you know what? It's better to show up at 7 than to show up at anything before that. So I don't want to walk into the Monday meeting fucking late as shit, you know. So I just kind of took my time to get ready, make sure I have everything, because I am staying out of town tonight. Luckily, all I missed was the Monday meeting, and it's slightly mandatory, but a lot of people miss it. It's okay. It's a nice little thank you from the management to give you like an extra half hour if you want to just show up and sit around. And it's also kind of nice to kind of get a grip on what's going on. But didn't make it today. Whoops-a-daisy. But I even talked to my boss, and he was like, he didn't care. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, getting ready to go, do my job. He's like, good, go do your job. So I'm headed over here to Lawrence. I'm actually rolling up there in just a few minutes. Be rolling up into Lawrence up to the place I need to be. I'm already in Lawrence, and I'm going to be getting a load of not acid. It's going to be basically water. It was acid that they treated to make it non-haz, and then I got to take it to the landfill. But they test they do the pH test on it and everything, and it's fine. And they load you, which is kind of, well, not really. I got to get up there and open the hatch, and then I just swing a hose over and I just load it from the top, so I don't have to use the vacuum pump or anything. I just load it up, close the hatch, and get on out of here. Pretty simple job. And then go to the landfill. I get to see my buddy. I haven't seen him in over a week at the landfill because they've been sending other people on my fucking job while I was on nights. And even last week, they sent somebody else out on my job. Or the week before last, actually. And so I'm excited to go see him. And since I'm just unloading water and I'm not unloading pallets, I'll be able to kind of talk with him a little bit. And then after this, I'm driving out to a power plant, gonna grab a load of selenium water. I already checked the vacuum pump. The vacuum fucking works, okay? It always bites me in the ass if I don't check it. It all works. Everything's good. And I'm gonna be close to the shop slightly. So whenever I'm at the landfill, I'm going to do a couple more checks on some things and make sure everything is good to go before I go over there and fuck up this fucking job. And then all I got to do is load it up at the power plant. Should be in and out within half an hour. And then I'm driving down to Oklahoma. I already got my hotels booked. Everything's set. So all I got to do is drive down there and park it like normal. And I hope this becomes a normal thing and they can, whoever else wants my Des Moines route can have, I can have it. I don't want the Des Moines route anymore. If I can have this route back. Yep. Hold on. Hello. I'm Kevin Owens. Kevin.
Kevin, all right.
Yep. Headed to grab some selenium water.
Okay, scrubber water, is that what
Yep.
you're picking up?
Yep, scrubber water.
Right down there at that big white tank, right?
No, I got to go on the scale, and then I got to go all the way around to the other side.
Are you going to Decorah?
Yep.
Okay. All right, let me write you down. See your name, Jeff?
Kevin.
Kevin, all right. I'll write you down, let you go.
Thank you, sir. All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this part of the episode. It's not gonna be a part 2 episode, but I'll record another one since I haven't been uploading a lot lately. It'll probably be another one because this is gonna be a long drive down to Oklahoma without talking. So keep all 18 down, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.